Greetings, my empire. Drizzle here back with another video, and today we doing a little bit of a discussion, man. I just want to discuss with y'all something I seen on the PTS patch notes that I found that was really interesting, man. Now usually I don't really look at the PTS patch notes like that. Like I used to never look at the anything that has to do with the PTS because in my mind I'm thinking we don't get the PTS on console, so why should I look at it? But now that I'm smarter, you feel me, and not a dummy, I might still be a little bit of a dummy. Let me stop. But now that I'm not a dummy, a complete dummy, I know that a lot of this stuff that's in the PTS might, come to the game because it is like, just like the test server of what's to come. So I started looking at it and yeah, I was going through this PTS, man, and this really caught my eye. It's like new set scaling. Now I know I'm late on this. I know I'm late. Somebody told me about this like a week ago, you feel me? I think people started knowing about this like 2 weeks ago. I know I'm a little bit late, but now that I've looked at it myself, look at what they're doing with the sets, I gotta say I'm a little bit proud of ZeniMax. I'm a little proud of the Zaz, you feel me? I think they're doing a really good thing in ESO. I think this is gonna be really good for ESO. And as we get into it, I'm gonna explain why. I'm gonna read the changes. Then I'm gonna explain why I think this is gonna be so good and why I'm so proud of ZeniMax, man. This might actually be a good change to ESO, man. A good change. When was the last time we had a good change to ESO? Let me stop. But before we get into it, man, make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe, join the empire. You already know it helps me out, it helps the channel out, and it helps the channel grow. And I appreciate all the support. Now, let's read. I'm gonna only read the part that is relevant to what we're talking about. So, made the following adjustments to item set scaling. Sets that use weapon and spell damage now require 6,574 of either in order to reach their original values, up from 5,478, resulting in approximately a 17% reduction. Sets that use magicka or stamina now require 39,901 of either in order to reach their original values, from up to 38,350, resulting in approximately a 4% reduction. Set that use health now require 43,968 to reach their original values, up from 38,350, resulting in approximately a 13% reduction. Sets that use physical or spell resistance now require 30,680 of either, up from 27,890, resulting in approximately a 9% reduction. Now, now that we're done reading, let me just tell you what I feel about the whole thing. Why I think this is going to be good for ESO, because it's really going to balance out PvP. This might be the biggest, like the best balance to PvP I've ever seen. And let me just say why. Um, what I've noticed in PvP from the last like year of ESO, like what I've really noticed that has been a problem in PvP is builds that have everything. And what I mean by everything is you have builds that have that are like tanks. They have all the sustain in the world, right? But they also have enough damage to kill any target. If you get what I'm saying, you have these builds that's supposed to be like, if you look at what the people are building, you will automatically think, oh, this build is supposed to be really really tanky, but not do any damage at all. It's supposed to have a minuscule damage. But then you see these builds that are super super tanky and have super super damage as well, which is crazy. Then the builds also have super super sustain for their resources as well. So you have these builds that can pretty much have everything, and you're like, you pretty much thinking at, well, I'm pretty much thinking, where's the fall off? Like, where is the drawback? Like, you can't have the best of every world. You know what I'm saying? You can't be super tanky, super damaged, and super sustained. It doesn't make sense. You shouldn't have everything in one build, you know? Um, then when mythic items came out, when the new mythic items came out, or not new no more, but when the mythic items came out, it didn't help this situation at all. It really detrimented uh situation. It really made PvP just a bit more unbalanced with the introduction of the Ring of Brutality. The Ring of Brutality is, without a doubt, the epitome of what I'm talking about. This having so much sustain and also having damage. It's the epitome of that, because you have these people who build tanky, who have like two tank sets. You know what I'm saying? A tank monster set, all of that. But since they have this cheat item, I'm sorry, the Ring of Malakath Brutality, whatever it's called, Malakath, I think it's something. I don't know the full name, but that's a cheat item. I feel like that was the biggest cheat item that ever got introduced to ESO. A 25% increase in damage with one ring. So you telling me somebody can slap on 10 gear, then put on one ring and get a 25% damage increase? I'm telling you, does that sound right? This is what I'm saying, that best of every world. But now that I look at this item set scaling, and now that I really look at it, this is gonna fix that issue of people having the best of every world. Because what I'm getting from this is, you have to have a certain amount of a stat to get the full, uses of your set. So, like, for example, what I'm seeing from like the first bullet point, basically what I see there is that you have to have a certain amount of weapon damage to get the full use of a damage set, such as maybe um New Moon's Acolyte. You can't get the full damage of New Moon's Acolyte if you don't have a certain amount of weapon damage, or uh you can't get the full resistances to fortified brass if you don't already have a certain amount of resistances. I feel like this is really good, because this is going to prevent people from having the best of all worlds. You know what I'm saying? Th- This is going to prevent people from having these god builds where they just have everything and they shouldn't. You look at the sets they run, you look at everything, they shouldn't have everything, but somehow they have everything, you know? And I also heard, I don't know if it's in this PTS. I was looking for it before. I don't know. I didn't see it, but I've heard that Ring of Brutality actually got a nerf, a pretty significant nerf, which another bro, we gotta clap it up. It's like they listen to me, man. If you go back to my channel, I've made a video of this before, kind of, where I've talked about the Ring of Brutality, mythic items, why they shouldn't be in the game. It was like the top three reasons why mythic items shouldn't be in the game. But it was like they listened to me, because they're getting rid of this huge problem where, like I say, people get the best of all worlds. You have these tanky people who run full tank sets, slap on a Ring of Brutality. Oh snap! I have so much damage. And the drawback of Ring of Brutality was so little. Basically, you don't crit anymore. So basically, all you have to do is don't invest in crit. You already have most people's build barely have 15% crit. That's basically nothing. If you have 50% critical chance, you're basically not critting at all. So might as well slap on a ring of brutality, forget the crit. I don't care about crit. Just give me a 25% damage increase. You know what I'm saying? It was really broken, and I'm really happy to see that they're fixing this issue. Ring of brutality. I hope they're fixing this issue because this is a PTS, but most likely this is coming to live servers on Contour, and I hope what I mean. I hope because this would be a really good change. Like I was saying, Ringa Malakav, they gave it a almost, I believe it was a 10% damage nerf or a 9% damage nerf, and instead of taking away your crits, your crits just do 50% less damage, which um is a good nerf to me. It's a good nerf. I would rather, me personally, I would rather mythic items not be in PvP at all, shouldn't be allowed in PvP at all. But you know what? I'll take a nerf than anything, man, because Ring of Brutality really needed to get nerfed, man. And now that I see this item set scaling, I, I'm I'm excited. You feel me? I'm excited to get into PvP. You know, fight people with builds that actually make sense for what they're building. You know what I'm saying? I'm really excited. So yeah, that's pretty much it. What I'm talking about, I'm proud of uh ZeniMax, for making these adjustments. I hope these come to the live servers. They're most likely gonna come to the live servers, so I'm looking forward to that, man. And yeah, a lot of builds is gonna change from this too. A lot of builds is gonna change. You're gonna see a lot of new, builds because of this. Because what I'm looking at right here is gonna change how people build a lot, or maybe it won't. I don't know. I gotta test it out when it comes out, man. But if y'all enjoyed the video, make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe, join the empire. You already know. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Drizzle Empire out. I'm gonna see ya.